Friends, my name is Sujalanka. Please subscribe, share, and like. Today, our topic is Be Prepared by Ruskin Bond. Let's read the chapter. Be prepared. That is the Boy Scout motto. But I never seem to be well prepared for anything, be it an exam or a journey. So, how did I survive as a Boy Scout? It seems a rumor had gone around the junior school that had I was a good cook. I had never cooked anything in my life, but I had spent a lot of time in the tuck shop making suggestions to an encouraged shampoo the tuck shop owner to make more and better samosas, jalebis, tikkis and pakoras. With this qualification, I won a cookery badge and was put in charge of our Boy Scout troop supply of rations. There was about 20 of us in our troop. During the summer break, our scoutmaster Mr. Oliver took us on a camping expedition onto a mountain. New words. Be prepared. In the Boy Scouts, this motto means you must always be prepared to do your duty. Rumor. Something that is said about a person or a thing which is usually untrue. Tuck shop. A shop inside a school that sells sweets, snacks, and soft drinks. Rations, a fixed quantity of food supply for a group of people. A few miles outside Shimla. The first night we were put to work peeling potatoes, skinning onions, shelling peas, and pounding masalas. When the ingredients were ready, I asked what should be done with them. Put everything in that big tedgy. I ordered pour half a tin of ghee over the lot. Add some nettle leaves and cook for half an hour. When this was done, everyone had a taste and agreed that the dish lacked something. More salt, I suggested, but the dish still lacked something. Add a cup of sugar I ordered and a bottle of tomato sauce. The dish was a great success. Even Mr. Oliver, who had no idea what had gone into it, enjoyed it. What's this called? He asked. The Bon Bujia, said one of the boys. I had earned my cookery badge. The next day, Mr. Oliver told us he would teach us tracking. Taking a half an hour head start, he walked into the forest leaving a trail of broken twigs, pine cones and chestnuts behind him. We were to follow the trail until we found him. Unfortunately, we were not very good trackers. We did follow Mr. Oliver's trail some way into the forest. But then we were distracted by a pool of clear water. New words, pounding, grinding spices into a powder or a paste. Dachi, a round deep pan used for cooking. Nettle, a herb with leaves that sting when touched. Often added to food. Lacked something. A way of saying a dish did not taste right because the something was missing in it. Bhujia, a dish of fried vegetables. Tracking, following the movements of a person to find them. Trail, marks left behind by a person or an animal which show that they have been there. These marks are used to find them. Chestnuts, glossy brown nuts usually roasted and eaten. We jumped in and romped about, enjoying the sunshine. Hours later, feeling hungry, we returned to our campsite and prepared the evening meal. It was Bond Bhujia again, but with a few variations. It was growing dark. We were beginning to worry about Mr. Oliver's whereabouts. When he limped into the camp, he had waited for us at the far end of the forest for a couple of hours. Then he decided to return, but got lost in the gathering gloom. Village folk finally helped him back to the camp. He was very angry and made us return all our badges, including my cookery badge. An hour later, when we we were all preparing to get into our sleeping bags for the night, Mr. Oliver called out, "Where's dinner?" "We have had ours," said one of the boys. "Everything is finished, sir." "Where's Bond?" "He's the cook." "Bond, get up and make an omelette." "I can't, sir." "Why not?" "You have my badge." "Not allowed to cook without its scout rule, sir." "I have never heard of a such rule, but you can take your badges, all of you. We return to school tomorrow." Mr. Oliver returned to his tent in a huff, but I relented and made him a grand omelette, garnishing it with dandelion leaves and a chili. "Never had such omelette before," Mr. Oliver said. "Would you like another, sir?" "Tomorrow, Bond, tomorrow. We will have breakfast early tomorrow." But we had to break up our camp in the early hours of the next morning. New words. Roamed, played with a lot of joy and energy. Gathering gloom. The evening was slowly setting in and it was growing dark. Sleeping bags. Warm padded bags used to sleep in, especially while camping. In a huff, angrily relented, agreed to do something that he had refused to do earlier, garnishing, decorating. A bear had wandered into our camp, entered the tent where our stores were kept, and created havoc with all our provisions, even rolling our biggest duchy down the hillside. In the confusion and uproar that followed, the bear entered Mr. Oliver's tent. Scoutmaster was already outside, luckily, and came out entangled in his dressing gown. It then made off towards the forest, a comical sight in its borrowed clothes. And we were a troop of brave little scouts. We We thought it better to let the bear keep its gun. Written by Ruskin Bond. New words. Havoc, creates disturbance and destruction, provisions, food supplies, uproar, a state of total confusion, usually with people shouting, entangled, caught up, made off, escaped. This story is written by Ruskin. Ruskin Bond is one of the India's best loved storytellers. He has spent most of his life in Dehradun and loves writing about the hills, his childhood, and the different animals he has known. Some of his most popular works are The Room of the Roof and Our Trees Still Grow in Dehra. He now lives in Landor, Mussoorie. Thank you friends. Please subscribe, share and like.